I have a grandpa who is 87, and bless his heart, he just loves sending me emails full of, we'll just call it X-rated content.
Whoa.
And I don't know what to do about it.
Okay, so, okay. Lot to unpack here. First of all, when did he discover email?
That's a good question. I feel like he's been on email for some time, probably initially for like business purposes or whatever. But he's always been a big time, just like every thought that crosses his mind, he'll fire something off, or if he finds an old picture that he likes, he'll send it. Most of it's quite cute and endearing. So I don't want to cut him off from email, but some of them, ooh.
Okay. Well, I think we got to have him give some examples of what this X-rated content is.
Is he sending you links? Is he sending you images? What's going on? What is your grandma still around? You know?
So it's my I don't think she's aware of this. It's also not my actual grandma. He's on wife number 5, and then perhaps you can tell some of the reasons why he's gone through more than a couple.
So that's his actual number. He's on wife number 5.
Yes, that is correct.
That's impressive, honestly. That's something to aspire to, Charlie.
Oh, Miles.
You now know your goal.
Yeah, he's far ahead.
Yeah.
He's really something. But anyway, to answer the question, it's normally photos, and it's like forward, check it out, kind of subject line. Because I think he has like a friend group of older gentlemen who enjoy these, and then somehow I'm included in these email chains.
So let me get this straight.
And some of this link, mostly it's photos, though.
So let me get this straight. Your grandfather on wife number 5 has a group of email buddies, pen pals, one would say, that just sends porn to each other on a regular basis.
Pen is pal.
A lot of porn. There's other emails, but a lot of that. Yeah.
Wait till he discovers how to Google search. He is going to be firing emails like no one's ever seen.
Well, yikes. I know you're right. Oh, gosh.
So do you think he's the culprit, or do you think he's got a bad apple buddy who keeps forwarding him these messages?
Yeah, what kind of friends is he hanging around with?
I know some of his friends. Some of them are like fraternity buddies from way back in college. I think some of them he met in his older years. I don't know. They're probably not they're probably more or less normal, like quote unquote old people. But the fact that they have this little habit, I don't know. Maybe that's not normal. I don't know. I only have so many grandparents. I don't have like a huge sample size here.
Never gonna look at an 87-year-old the same way again. This is all new information.
I know. And he talks about it too. He knows what he's doing. I've asked him to stop once, and he stopped for a while, but then it's like he just forgot, and they started again. Well,
you might have to remind him. At that age, you can forget things. So, you might have to just remind him. What did he say when you requested he stop?
I asked him over email, just responded like, you got to cut it out, Pops. This is out of hand. This is out of pocket. And he said, I think he said like, oh, okay, sorry or something. But lo and behold.
He probably gaslighted him a little bit. Oh, I didn't know you were such a prude. I didn't know that you didn't like women. Oh, okay. I guess I thought you were raised better than that. Is probably what his response was, at least in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was being all sassy. He started sending me men, and I was like, no, this isn't any better.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, if you don't like women, I guess maybe you like men.
Is this your mom's dad or your dad's dad?
My mom.
Did you tell your mom?
Oh, she knows.
She accidentally got in on one of the emails as well.
That's true. That is literally true. I know, because I've talked about this with her. I've been like, he sends me porn, right? And she'll be like, I know, I've gotten some too. He's out of control.
I'm going to be honest. I think he probably just when he goes to forward it, he just says forward to all. And so whoever is in his email contacts is just getting this.
Book's all messed up.
Okay, so here's one, if you truly want it to stop, because I don't know, this sounds like a kind of a sweet little grandfather bonding thing. But if you want to stop all that, what you could do is say, hey, Gramps, they actually with email, you just got to change this one setting and it actually sends emails faster. You want me to do that for you? And when he says yes, because obviously he wants that porn in his hand faster, you go in there and you just block yourself or take them out of your contacts list. Could be a good move.
That's really good. That's sneaky. I have like a secondary email I never check. It's like a junk email, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it's sent over. Literal, junk sometimes.
Yeah. You could even tell them that you got a new email. You just go on Google, sign up for a new email, and even play into it. So he thinks that you're really into it. Do something like X-rated lover 3485642 at gmail.com. Give him your new email and he'll send all those to that.
That's good. I can send it. You can send auto replies, right? So maybe the auto replies are like, wowee, thanks, Grandpa,
Look at them titties, Grandpa.
Look at them titties, Grandpa. Another good one.
Wow. They really do shave a lot these days. Could be another automatic response.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that is if he ever sends a non-porn email, maybe it's like a photo of his mom that he found. Then he gets the same response.
Yeah, I like that you're more forward thinking than we are,
Well, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you really do. You got to tread lightly in this situation.
I know.
You know what you could do? What you could do is you could kind of like impersonate and I don't normally tell people to impersonate a police officer, but if you did it over email, and you just said, we noticed that you're sending some, it would make it a trademark thing. You're
copyright.
You're because at the beginning of all those old VHS tapes, they've got you should pretend you're in the FBI.
Yeah, just send the screenshot of the warning at the beginning of movies.
Sir, you have been distributing content that is trademarked by big what would it be called?
Big porn.
Big porn. Yeah, just big porn.
Yeah, big porn. The big porn industry. Sure.
Big porn industry is, this is not a warning. We would like to call you in or something like that. Really, really scare them. Because I have a feeling that if he's forwarding, he's not quite up to date on sort of the culture, shall we say, and that might scare him into stopping for at least a little bit until he forgets you sent that email, and then he'll be back on it. But that should buy you at least a month.
That's a good idea.
That would be nice. The brief little reprieve. That's very good. Yeah, an FBI can Photoshop it, and it'll say, You can only be so horny as an 87-year-old. It's illegal if you're if you're too much. It's downright illegal.
You could tell him that you're the horny police.
Hey,
tell him you're the horny police, and he has met his quota for the month.
Yeah, exactly. He needs a talking to for sure.
Well,
these are some good strategies.
They are good.
Appreciate it.
So his fifth wife, does she have any idea that this is going on, or is she just like, oh, that's just Bill, he does that?
That's a good question. She probably knows. By virtue of the fact that my mom has accidentally received emails, I'm sure she has probably also accidentally received emails. And I'm sure it was a verbal slap on the wrist, but same with me. What really can you do? It's not my email. But yeah, I'm sure she's gotten them too. I'm sure she was probably pretty upset.
Now,
she had a real habit years ago, edibles too, with marijuana edibles, and she, went ballistic on them because she's not down with that. And so, she's yelled at him before.
Now, okay. You know what? Not being my grandpa, I love this guy. He seems like he doesn't give a fuck about anything, So it would suck if that's your
I love him too. Yeah. I think he's great. He's a great person.
Yeah. Now, another question on the type of content he's sending you Is there any alarming ones, or is it just straight up, Playboy style stuff? Or is there some stuff that you're like, okay, that's a little kinky. I don't know if you should really be sending that.
No, it's just, I would say like quote unquote Playboy stuff. How about this? So today's Wednesday. I think on Sunday he sent me one. It was a woman with like, very, very, a well-endowed woman wearing a very low-cut shirt, and she was wearing like a graduation cap. And the caption of the photo was like something along the lines of, "Oh, my just graduated college. I'm so proud." And in the background of the photo behind this woman, there's like a blurry, like other person. It's just a guy wearing a graduation cap. So it's an old person joke, right? The joke is, you're fucking comedians. You get it. The joke is they're like, "Oh, I meant to take a picture of my grandson, but there's this beautiful woman in the way," or whatever. So it's like that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. So not necessarily fully nude all the time.
There's some like...
There is stuff that is legitimately like softcore pornography. That was more like corny jokes, and it's still, I still don't like it, but that was just an example.
Well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can scare him with a possible FBI sting. So I think that's your next tactic. You've tried everything else,
That's true. Yeah. I like that.
Well, all in all, I think I'd like to have a beer with your grandpa. Seems like a good guy,
He is. Oh, make no mistake.
That's how it is with old people, right? It's like, "Oh, I love my grandpa. He's a little racist, but he's a good guy." I feel like you reach an age where doing inappropriate things is cute rather than offensive. So maybe he's crossed that threshold. Do you have any siblings? Are they getting it? Like, is this a whole family thing? You guys get together on holidays and you're like, "Hey, you see what grandpa sent us this week?"
Trading emails with each other like baseball cards,
Yeah. More or less. Kind of. I do have a brother, and he gets them too. I look at who they get sent. Sometimes I'll check who they get sent to just out of curiosity. And sometimes he is included, he being my brother. Sometimes he's not. So there is, to the baseball card thing, we do get different emails. So to a sense, there is some scarcity among them. You could trade them if you were really wanting to.
Well, just trade some with his fifth wife and see what happens,
Forward them to her. That's it. Because she's his FBI. He doesn't care. Okay, yeah. That's the thing.
He doesn't care about the real FBI. Yeah.
Auto forward set up.
I think the last thing I'll leave you with is I just want you to remember that someday he's not going to be with us any longer.
Mm-hmm.
And someday you'll be able to look back with your own kids, God willing, and you'll be able to show them, "Hey, this is what your grandpa was like. He was a hilarious guy. Look at this photo. Girl graduating. Pretty funny." It's going to be a lot of memories for your family. So I wouldn't wish it away necessarily either, because someday, just like all of us, it won't be here, and you'll have those memories to cherish forever. Trust me, they're on the internet. They're there forever.
That's true. They're little heirlooms. They're little family treasures.
Yeah, don't view it as inappropriate emails. View it as a time capsule.
There, you got it. Just a snapshot in time.
Miles. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Well, thank you for calling in, and do us a favor and tell your grandpa we says hi.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and add me and Charlie to the email list as well? I just want to make sure that you're telling the truth, and then we can help you out even further once we know specifically what you're dealing with.
Oh, that makes sense. Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, Charlie will be refreshing his inbox. And thanks for calling in today, man.
Keep her moving now. And tell your great or your
grandpa.
Well, the grandma. I don't know how to say it. Fifth, whatever. Tell them both we says hi.
His fifth fake grandma.
Something like
That's
that.
all right, Charlie. Good try. You have some good pops in there. Pretty good. Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Wow. What a bizarre one. Huh?
I'm going to be honest, Charlie. I don't think this is an isolated incident.
No.
It's that generation. They just didn't have any rules back then, and that's what they grew up with.
You can tell every time you go to like an outhouse at deer camp exactly where they're at. You know, there's some Playboys still in there from the 70s. You know,
yeah. I mean, just think about it. You used to have to go to the store, buy a Playboy, then go home, do all. And now they can just get it instantly on their phone. It's a whole new world.
They just want to share that with everybody.
Yeah.
I get the intent.
Enthusiasm.
I get it. That's okay. No judgment here on the Bellied Up podcast. You do it. No kink shaming.
There you go.